All right, Brandy, we're joined by one of our favorite people in the world who provides some of our favorite items in the world. Talking about Josh from Nine Pin. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, guys? Nice to be back.
Oh, no, not nearly as nice as it is for you to be back because you
Dude,
come
when people
bearing
see you,
gifts.
they're like, just Josh.
Hey, I'm the cider man around here, you know?
It's a good role to have. Everybody here loves cider, and we're talking about it because Hudson River Craft Beer Fest is not just for beer, but also for some delicious cider. Tell us what you brought with you today.
Well, I brought 3 of the styles that we're going to be showcasing at the Hudson River Craft Beer Fest. Our signature, which is sort of our flagship. You see it all over the state on tap and whatnot. Our Belgian and our ginger.
Okay.
All 3 are going to be on tap at the Craft Beer Fest this weekend.
So we're going to be tasting them. The first one, we're going to start off, I guess the best way to do it is with the original, and then everything is kind of based on that foundation, right?
Exactly, yep.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. I've had it before. I'm going to pretend I haven't had this before, so it seems
I
like
know, me too.
But I have actually, I haven't
Wow,
had the
this
original
first
in a while.
one is, no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's what I like about it the most is that it's just got that good body, the crispness, nice acidity, touch of sweetness on it, and the finish is just really clean.
It's just very balanced, so.
And it has what I look for in a nice cider, which is I don't feel like my body is being flooded with sugar, and that tomorrow morning I'm going to hate cider, apples, trees, George Washington, like anything.
Johnny Appleseed,
pertaining
Mott's
to-
applesauce, you're not like, oh.
All of it.
Funny story about that. The first time Alejandro, who's the cider maker, also my cousin, and I, were taste testing the product, we woke up the next morning after having, let's say 5, but yeah.
Probably
We'll
15.
start at 5.
At least that's what I remember having. And we woke up the next morning, and we woke up and we were like, you know what? Clean hangover. Clean hangover.
It's not syrupy, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you've had one. It doesn't hang over you like you're draped in hangover. It's not that feeling.
Right.
It's what's good about it is it's very nice and crisp, but I'm glad that you brought up the limiting yourself aspect of things, because I don't think people realize that there's real alcohol content to ciders, and I think it's 6% that the natural like the amount of sugar that's naturally in an apple will get you to 6% ABV.
Like the
that.
average apple, yeah. I mean, certain apples will get you different ones, like a golden russet apple, huge sugar content. That'll get you up to like 13% if you do like a single variety.
Wow.
So, Brandy, do you know where you can plant golden russet apple seeds?
Yeah, something tells me Deuce's backyard in about 3 years is going to have a huge crop of it.
Like, I do a little bit of home brewing. I have not gotten into the world of cider. We got some talking to do off air, Josh.
Yeah.
It's really, really good and clean and crisp, and it doesn't overwhelm you with sweetness, but also it doesn't have that real dry champagne feel that some of them have. I think this is... It makes sense why this seems to be kind of the cider of choice for a lot of places that want a cider on tap.
Right, on tap. And people can go, and this is available at a lot of... I mean, yes, obviously it's going to be available at this Saturday, but you can go and find this not at most stores, but also on tap at most places.
Yeah, even right here in Poughkeepsie, Millhouse, has this on tap constantly. Love those guys over there, so big shout out to them.
Yeah, no, actually that's the first place that I had your cider was Larry from Millhouse was just straight up saying, like, you got to try this cider this kid makes. That's how he started. That's how it all started. I was like, this kid makes this cider.
Yeah, we are just a bunch of kids over there. So
I went up actually Labor Day weekend for the first time, and I visited your tap room, and I should mention it's absolutely awesome. I loved everything about it.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't be there to host.
No, it was great because, you do so much stuff, the different types of cider. Now, you've got a kind of rotation of stuff you can get at bars and in bottles, but the stuff that you do just kind of experimentally because you just feel like it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it really stretches what you know cider to be. I mean, a vanilla molasses cider, a peach cider, a green, a mate, whatever. Everything was great, but it's really interesting. And speaking of which, now we're going to do a variation on the original.
Yep.
Which one are we trying now? This is the Belgian?
Yeah, this is the Belgian. So this one we actually aged, with the signature we aged with the white wine yeast. This is actually aged with a Belgian Abbey ale yeast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can definitely taste that.
Yeah, so you can get some of those qualities you get in some Belgian beers. It's like a little bit of like a fruity, you almost get like a banana kind
You
of
get
note.
definitely banana aromas on the nose.
Yep, exactly. And a little bit of a full body, smooth finish, kind of like a creamy mouthfeel, but still light, Still kind of that, that apple still comes, straight through, so.
No, it's great. It kind of like softens it a little bit, for lack of a better term. It really makes things kind of very, very smooth. And I think this is one that people who like cider, people who Actually, people who come in maybe wanting some of the mass-produced ciders and not quite knowing what to expect from a more kind of smaller batch cider, craft cider, for lack of a better term. I think they're really going to flock to this one because it's really, really mellow, but it's got a lot of flavor to it as well. This is great. So I'm going to chug this so we can get on to the next one. Or should I is the adult thing to do to move on?
The adult thing is to move on.
Well,
I know you're not very adult.
Good
but...
thing I don't have to worry about that. All right. Now, this one. And we're definitely not drinking this in the studio. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Absolutely not.
So finally, this one is the most interesting, I think.
Yes.
Of the ones that you brought today.
Yep.
This is... Oh, I can smell it.
I know. And
I want
all
sushi.
year long, but definitely right now, too.
Oh, yeah.
We have a ginger cider in front of us.
We do. So this one, we're going back to that white wine yeast, as was used in the signature. But what we do here that's different is actually during the aging process, because just a little backstory about cider. The cider making process is a lot like wine making. So you do have to age your cider for a certain amount of time just to get sort of rid of the young cider faults and whatnot. So during that aging process, we actually age this cider with ginger and orange peel.
Oh, I do get a little orange too.
Yep.
I get that ginger though, the heat.
Yeah, the heat. Yeah,
right in the throat. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is great. So how long do you have to age a cider? What's the kind of process to that?
Well, we like to go 3-month minimum.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can age a cider like 5 years. You can have like a 2011 vintage if you want, but we are such a small company that we kind of need to sell our cider kind of right away.
Sit around like, so when do you want to get that cider out? I don't know, like 6-8 years.
Yeah.
Good. No, that's awesome. And I got to say, this is the ginger. Everybody always says this about ginger stuff, but I mean, it really would go amazingly with sushi. I can imagine.
I've had that as a Moscow Mule and a Dark and Stormy before.
Yes.
Which,
Yep.
Not to say that I'm adding more alcohol to alcohol, but
I don't know. Yeah, you're a little too highbrow for me right now.
We have a cool thing just to give a little shout out to our website. If you go to our website, we actually have a page on our website filled. That's our cocktail page, and it's actually filled with all cocktails that you can do with our ciders. And most of the cocktails there use our ginger cider because it's so good for cocktails.
That is an awesome idea for. It's really interesting when you do that. What's the website? 9pincider.com.
9pincider.com. Yeah.
I have an idea for a cocktail, Brandy.
Oh,
using the cider.
All right.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna what's probably like 2 ounces of ginger cider.
Okay.
And to it, I'm going to add 14 more ounces of ginger cider and drink it. That's what I'm going to do. That's my cocktail idea.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah.
That's pretty original.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
What? I've been known for my unique ideas. I really have
Bruce
been.
Springsteen original ginger cider cocktail.
So you're on all of the social media, things like that. People can get in touch with you?
Yeah. We have a Facebook page, 9 Pin Cider. Our Twitter and Instagram handle is @9pincider. Follow us. We're always doing really cool things, posting really cool pictures, really cool announcements. So, we'd love to have you guys, see what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's all, I should mention, it's local New York apples that you're using. Our
tagline is drink New York apples. That's what we use in a lot of our hashtags and whatnot.
And it's on the side of your, it's on the garage door of your building. Gigantic painting of drink New York apples.
Exactly, yep.
Okay. It's been an awesome time so far.
It's been real.
And it's... I should cut us off now.
He knows he has to reel himself in now.
Yeah.
Josh, thanks so much for everything.
Guys, it's
looking
so good
forward
to be back. Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you, though, on Saturday, though, too.
Yes.
For sure.
Yep. Yeah,
Any surprises, or is this just going to be what you have?
Unfortunately, this is, unfortunately, but fortunately, this is all we're going to have.
There's nothing to be apologetic about.
No,
with that.
I didn't know if we're going to bring one of those limited editions that you can only get this Saturday.
Those things are so limited that it's like we only make like 1,000 gallons. So if we went to a craft beer fest, that would be gone in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, right. Now, make sure if you're in the Albany area, make sure you do check out the tap room too, because all those limited things are. I mean, seriously, it's mind blowing. You think like there's no way that this is going to be as good, and then boom, kills it every single time. So make sure you check that out. 9pincider.com.
Yes, 9pincider.com.
9 Pin Cider on everything, and Saturday Hudson River Craft Beer Fest. Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.